Laudetur Jesus Christus, praise be Jesus Christ. Welcome to the live broadcast of the Regina Caeli here in St. Peter's Square of the Vatican. Pope Francis will soon lead the Regina Caeli from the window of his study in the Vatican's Apostolic Palace. The Holy Father will also impart his apostolic blessings on those in the square, those watching or listening to this broadcast, wherever you are. My name is Father Paul Samasumo. On behalf of Vatican Media, I would like to welcome all of you joining in for this recitation of the Regina Caeli. Catholic Television, Catholic Faith Network, Shalom World Television Networks, Shalom TV India, EWTN Television, Salt and Light Television, Atmadashan TV, and listeners of Luminous Radio, Radio Maria, England, and those diocesan radio stations across the world who are listening to us, not forgetting shortwave listeners. Wherever you are, those of you following us on social media channels of the Vatican, glad you could join with us. Remember, you can always find more detailed information on our website, vaticannews.va. It is Divine Sunday Mercy. Pope Francis this morning participated and preached at the Divine Mercy Holy Mass in the Basilica of St. Peter's. By now, I think it is recognized that mercy is a key word that defines the pontificate of Pope Francis. In his talks and speeches, in his pastoral messages, in his homilies, in his gestures, Pope Francis is always speaking about mercy. And many of you, no doubt, have seen the image of Jesus that is always associated with divine mercy. Still many crowds in Rome this week, overflowing onto the main street of Via della Conciliazione. Pope Francis, dear brothers and sisters, buongiorno. Today, the last day of the octave of Easter, the Gospel recounts the first and second apparition of the Risen One to the disciples. Jesus comes at Passover while the apostles are shut in the upper room, but since Thomas, one of the 12, is not present, Jesus returns 8 days later. Let us focus on the two main characters, Thomas and Jesus, looking first at the disciple and then at the master. What kind of dialogue did the two have? The apostle Thomas, first of all, he represents all of us who were not present in the upper room when the Lord appeared and did not have other physical signs or apparitions from him. We too struggle at times like that disciple. How can we believe that Jesus is risen, that he accompanies us and he is the Lord of our life, without having seen or touched him? How can we believe? Why does he not give us some clearer sign of his presence and love so that we can hear? We too are like Thomas, with the same doubts, with same reasoning. But we do not need to be ashamed of this. By telling us the story of Thomas, in fact, the Gospel tells us that the Lord is not looking for perfect Christians. The Lord is not looking for perfect Christians. I'm afraid when I see Christians who believe that they are perfect. The Lord does not look for perfect Christians. He is not looking for perfect Christians who never doubt and always flaunt a steadfast faith. When there is a Christian like that, there's something that is not together okay. The adventure of faith as Thomas consists of lights and shadows. What kind of faith would that be? It knows times of comfort, zeal, enthusiasm, but also weariness, confusion, doubt, and darkness. The Gospel shows us Thomas's crisis to tell us that we should not be afraid of the crisis of faith and life. Crises are not sins. They are a journey as we walk. We should never be afraid of them. Many times, they make us humble because they strip us of the idea that we are fine, that we are better than others. Crises help us recognize that we are needy. They rekindle the need for God and thus enable us to return to the Lord, to touch His wounds, to experience His love anew, as if it were the first time. Brothers and sisters, it is better to have an imperfect but humble faith that always returns to Jesus. Not a strong but presumptuous faith that makes us proud and arrogant. Be careful of that. And faced with Thomas's absence and his journey, which is also our own, what does Jesus do? The Gospel says twice He came. First once, then a second time, 8 days later. Jesus does not give up. He does not get tired of us. He is not afraid of our crises and weaknesses. He always comes back. When the doors are closed, He comes back. When we are in doubt, He comes back. When, like Thomas, we need to encounter Him and to touch Him up close, He comes back. He always comes back, and not with powerful signs that would make us feel small and inadequate, but with His wounds. He comes back showing us His wounds, signs of His love that has espoused our frailties. God's love, Jesus' love, has espoused our frailties. Brothers and sisters, especially when we experience moments of weariness and crisis, the reason Jesus wishes to return to stay with us. He only waits for us to seek Him, to call Him, or even like Thomas, to protest, bringing Him our needs and our unbelief. He returns always. Because He's patient and merciful, He comes to open the upper rooms of our fears and our unbelief, because He always wants to give us another opportunity, another chance. Jesus is the Lord of another chance, of other opportunities. Let us think about the last time. Let us go back. During a difficult moment or a period of crisis, when we closed in ourselves, barricading ourselves in our problems, and shutting Jesus and out of our house, and let us promise ourselves that next time in our fatigue we will seek Jesus, to return to Him, to His forgiveness, to those wounds that have healed us. In this way, we will also become capable of compassion, of approaching the wounds of others without inflexibility and without prejudice. May our Lady, Mother of Mercy, accompany us on the journey of faith and love. The Mother of the Church, that you accompany us on our journey of faith and love. And now the Regina Caeli prayer, Queen of Heaven, rejoice, Alleluia.
Ora pro nobis Deum, Alleluia.
Gaude letare Virgo Maria, Alleluia.
Quia surrexit Dominus vere, Alleluia.
Deus, che per resurrezione in Filii Tui Domini nostri Gesù Christi, mundum latificare dignatus est, presta quesumus, ut per eius genetricem Virgine Mariam, perpetue capiamus gaudia vitae, per Christum Dominum nostrum.
Amen.
Gloria Patri et Filio et Spiritui Sancto.
Sicut erat in principio et nunc et semper, et in saecula saeculorum. Amen.
Gloria Patri et Filio et Spiritui Sancto.
Sicut erat in principio et nunc et semper, et in saecula saeculorum. Amen.
Gloria Patri et Filio et Spiritui Sancto.
Sic ut erat in principio et nunc et semper, et in saecula saeculorum. Amen.
Pro fidelibus et fontis, requiem aeternam dona eis Domine.
Et lux perpetua luceat eis.
Requiescant in pace.
Amen.
Sit nomen Domini benedictum.
Ex hoc nunc et usque in saeculum.
Aiuterium nostrum in nomine Domini.
Qui feci caelum et terram.
Benedicat vos, omnipotens Deus, Pater, et Filius, et Spiritus Sanctus. Amen.
The Holy Father just giving us his apostolic blessing on this Divine Mercy Sunday. And now the Holy Father greets groups of various pilgrims from Italy. Dear brothers and sisters, today various Oriental and Orthodox churches celebrate their Easter according to the Julian calendar. We in the Latin Rite celebrated Easter last week. Those from the Orthodox and Oriental churches celebrating Easter today. And Pope Francis wishing them all the best, and wishing the world peace. Today is 2 months since the war started, the Ukrainian war. In fact, it is not stopping, but it's growing. How sad that in these holidays, instead of listening or hearing the church bells, we are hearing sirens, and that war is taking the place of the word of peace, negotiations. And I renew my appeal for peace, so that people who are suffering, that war will stop. As the Lord himself kept insisting after Easter, peace be to you, peace be with you. Peace is possible. The political leaders, please listen to the appeals of the people who want peace. People do not want escalation of the conflicts.
A questo proposito saluto e ringrazio I partecipanti alla marcia straordinaria Perugia-Assisi per la pace.
And the Holy Father now greeting groups who have been marching and who are marching for peace, and people who have been manifesting for peace in other parts of Eastern. Today in Cameroon, the bishops of Cameroon are also making a pilgrimage to the Marienberg in Cameroon, so that there will be peace. As you know, there is an ongoing conflict, armed conflicts in the English-speaking regions of Cameroon in West Africa. And today the bishops, together with the people there, are making a vigil to a place known as Marienberg to pray for peace. The Holy Father wishing peace in Cameroon. And greeting the various pilgrims from Italy and from various parts of the world.
Saluto I polacchi con un pensiero per I connazionali.
Greetings to the Polish pilgrims who are here, and also those who are being caught up. I think there was a mining incident in Poland.
Un saluto speciale al pellegrinaggio dei giovani cresimati della diocesi di Piacenza Bovio, accompagnati dal loro
different young people who are in the square. The Holy Father greeting all of them.
Almeno, San Salvatore, Albegno, Cassano, San Martino e Alta Padovana.
All the various places.
di Sant'Angelo Lodigiano. Saluto i devoti della Divina Misericordia convenuti qui, nella chiesa santuario di Santo Spirito in Sassia,
and those who are devoted to the Divine Mercy devotion, the devotion of the Divine Mercy. Special greetings to everyone. I wish you a lovely Sunday, and please do not forget to pray for me. Enjoy your lunch, and arrivederci. And as usual, the crowds proclaim Viva Papa. Once more, the Holy Father making an appeal for peace, and making special appeal for peace, and another special appeal for Cameroon, where the bishops are gathering at the national pilgrimage, Marienberg, to pray for peace in the English-speaking regions of Cameroon, where there's been conflict. This brings us to the end of the Regina Caeli for the second Sunday of Easter, which we also celebrate as Divine Mercy Sunday. My name is Father Paul Samasumo. On behalf of Vatican Media, thank you for joining Pope Francis in the recitation of the Regina Caeli. Thank you to television viewers of Catholic Television, Catholic Faith Network, Shalom World Television Network, Shalom TV India, EWTN Television, Salt and Light TV, Atmadashan TV, listeners of Luminous Radio and Radio Maria, England. Enjoy the rest of your day. Laudetur Jesus Christus. Praise be Jesus Christ.
Are you looking for life-changing entertainment? Does what you see on most channels leave you feeling unfulfilled? Well, look no further. Shalom World TV brings the peace and joy of Jesus